Ladies and gents, what do we think about the jacket?
Sleek.
Wore a jacket similar to the gig not too long ago. This guy went messy. I went, no, I look more like Gareth Southgate. Look a little bit like Arthur Christmas.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Yeah, you see it. I also look a little bit like a member of the royal family. Thankfully not Prince Andrew. Sorry, Andrew.
Oh, yeah.
But I've been told I look a little bit like the king. So I've got ears a bit like Good King Charlie, haven't I? Let's be honest. I've got a nose a bit like that man. I've got a hairline like his eldest son. Or only son, depending on what newspaper you read, right? If you're not convinced though, 7 people of Banbury, just look up here for a second, look. Coin. Stamp. Anyway, a little bit less about the look, a little bit about my name. Philip, spelled unusually with 2 L's. Yeah, I know. And okay, questions after. I've got some jokes to try and tell you. My dad recently lost an eye to cancer. That's not a joke, he genuinely did. So he's Tim with 1 eye, Philip with 2 L's. Too dark?
Yeah, a bit.
Okay, a bit. Right. Back to the Philip stuff then. Tell you a little bit about the history of the name Philip. In Latin, means lover of horses. Like I said, I'm not a member of the royal family, so not sexually, okay? Very important. In Arabic, Philip means elephant. Yeah. And in English, Philip means family disappointment. There's quite a few reasons for that. Joking about my dad's missing eye is probably one of those reasons. The main reason, though, is about 10 years ago, I moved to Slough. I know. That is the reaction that Slough deserves. Slough is famous for 2 things. Ricky Gervais and The Office, right? And an astronomer from about the 1700s called William Herschel. He's the guy that discovered Uranus. Stop it. We found the level, ladies and gentlemen, we found the level. But I know how that guy found that planet, even 400 years ago. He was living in Slough. He's going to recognise a shithole when he sees one, isn't he? And it's got no better since, believe me. Officially, Slough is the 4th worst town in England. 4th worst. Banbury, obviously, not even in the top 100, by the way. I've done my research, because when you're in Slough, you've got nothing else to do. Did a gig recently in Portsmouth, though, and that's number 3. So all I've got to do now is get to Peterborough and Luton, and I've done Shittown Top Trumps. It's going to be fun. Less about Slough, because I already look like a quiz show host, and I've got no more facts about Slough to tell you, to be honest. I know one. Also, home to the very first zebra crossing. Paint on the floor in Slough. No one ever stops it. Not even the police. Straight through it. Anyway, less about that. One thing happened until my drive home from Portsmouth. Anyone been to Portsmouth? You might have seen this on the drive, just off the motorway.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Oh, go on.
No, because I'm not English, so I'm trying to. Is that where they have the Stonehenge thing?
No, that's Salisbury.
Okay, never mind. I shut up now, sorry.
But it's on the coast.
Yes.
Take a day trip. You've not been to Wales, you've not been to Portsmouth. It's an education. It's an education. Portsmouth, little service road, just off the motorway. On the sign by the road, it said Nosh Wagon. Now, it's not what you think, and I might have to explain this to people who aren't English, so this might not go well. But they don't do what you think, right? Because I stopped and I asked really nicely, and apparently at the Nosh Wagon, they just serve food. Good, some people got it.
It's a bit confusing,
Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, right, less about Portsmouth. A little bit about me and my midlife crisis. Look at this jacket, Jesus. So I live with my wife in Slough. That was not for comedy effect. Genuinely been living there a while. And my wife's a little bit fed up now, probably because I keep going out and doing comedy and telling jokes about her and my dad. A couple of things that she said to me, which I'm beginning to think could be a problem. So we went on holiday, we went to Spain. And we, do what you do in Spain, right? Do what the locals do. We had a little siesta. My wife woke up, she got those giant bags of crisps, the ones you can only get abroad, right? Never in England. Bag of crisps like that, what's the point? She had every single crisp in her bag, did not offer me one single crisp. Not reason for divorce, but I was upset about it. But when she finished, she looked me dead in the eye and she went, "That was the best 15 minutes of my life." Not the worst thing she said to me. That happened just a couple of weeks ago. We've got an Amazon Fire Stick. Any of you got one? Yeah. If you pause it, pictures come up on the TV, right? Happy memories. Right, so I was watching TV and my wife was in the kitchen and she walked past. So I did the clever thing, pause the TV. Picture came up from 2015 and she went, "I look just as good as I did back then." Now, despite this face and this jacket, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not a stupid man. So I went, no, you look even better now than you did 10 years ago. Right, thank you. That's the reaction I was hoping for from her. She went, "You could do some Botox."
Wow.
You know what they say though, happy wife, happy life, right? Yeah, the appointment's tomorrow at 2:45. If he has me back next time, I might look surprised. I mentioned the midlife. A couple of things we do about our midlife just to really celebrate it. Number one, we go on cruises for holidays quite a lot. This is why I'm dressed like I'm going to have dinner with the captain. And the second thing we like to do, I say we, the thing my wife likes to do most of all on the weekend, go to garden centres. Do at the garden centre at the weekend. She was there in the queue, packet of seeds in her hand, and she went, "We're going to live off the landfill." You do mean we're going to live off the land? And she went, yeah, if you like. Which could explain why dinner's been a bit rubbish recently, couldn't it? Okay, didn't like that pun, you're not going to like the next couple. I'll tell you a little bit about the history of me actually, because I've done also a DNA test. Check into the family history, and this is not just for you two ladies here. Genuinely, my family heritage is Romanian and Irish.
Sorry.
I know, but
oh, there you go then.
I've got no Welsh in me that I know of, so just for these two particularly, Romanian and Irish, which could explain why my wife and I like to travel quite a lot. The strange thing, just about get away with it. Just on the cusp, but it's genuinely true, so it's not big. Good. The strange thing though, every time we go on holiday, we seem to literally take the weather that should not be in that country, right? We just went to Australia. There was a cyclone in their summer. We've been to Dubai twice, it rained twice. We've been to Barbados, hurricane. We went to Ireland last year to see my brother, fucking heat wave. In April. Makes no sense. Anyway, I promised you a pun, didn't I? So, my wife and I literally did get back from Australia last week. A couple of places we went on a little road trip along Perth, which, by the way, takes forever. The place is massive. We went to Dynamite Bay. We had a blast. Good. If you like that, you're going to love the next one. We finished our road trip in Denham Shark Bay. Sadly, we didn't see any sharks, but we worked out how that place got its name. Denham Shark Bay. Denham. If you've not seen Jaws, this is going to take good. No, wrong song. I'm not sure what you're singing. That's not what I'm hearing. Okay, so that was a little bit about Australia, and I'm going to tell you. Yeah, I've got about a minute left. My wife's favourite place to go on holiday, and you guys look quite cultured, quite classy, and I'm not just saying that. The rest of you look quite cultured and quite classy. You do, of course, as well. Amsterdam. Have you been?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Hand up. And see, this is cultured when you put your hand up for Amsterdam. Yeah.
Loose women. Not on telly.
Apparently so, but I went with my wife, so I wasn't find out.
Okay, sorry.
So, what we did find though in Amsterdam is condomeria. Anyone heard of it? Genuinely, this is a real shop in Amsterdam. Sells nothing but condoms, right? Different shapes, different sizes, different flavours. They've got a vegan condom. Can never be 100% meat free, can it? Not sure that's how they work. And one other condom caught my eye. It didn't. That was just for comedy effect, of course. A crisp flavour condom. Now I don't know exactly which flavour, and I wasn't going to find out. Can I get my own punchline out, or you just want to come and finish off? That's what I said to my wife as well. Crisp flavour condom on the back of the packet for the best 15 minutes of your life. No, none of you were paying attention earlier when you know you do that and then you mention it again. Nothing? No? Alright, fine.
I think it was true, that's
No,
why.
you know what it is? Romanians are like that. That is a
Yeah,
problem.
not all Romanians. Anyway, so
Oh! Yeah, I understand that.
I'm not sure if you're aware, ladies and gentlemen, if you have to explain a joke, genuinely it's not that funny. That has been my comedy gold for 3 years. You just killed it in one fell swoop. I love you.
At least you got the jacket.
Exactly, at least I've got the jacket to rely on. I've got loads of these jackets, my little comedy USPs jackets. Got different jacket, different gigs. And I'm not sure, we've mentioned it once or twice, comedy doesn't pay so well. No, doesn't. But my wife's getting really fed up because I keep buying all these jackets and I'm taking up all the wardrobe space. So she's got a new rule, one jacket in, one jacket out. Sounds fair, keeps it balanced. Yeah. I know
With the missus, makes more space. Just the jacket.
I thought it was a comedy show, not a Q&A, honestly. You're lovely and you're chatty, but go back home, pop upstairs, make a cup of tea. Anyway, so I've got no wardrobe space, my wife's getting fed up. So I've now got a car boot full of jackets. And that would have been funny had it not been interrupted by our lovely little chat. We must do that again sometime. But as comedy doesn't pay so well, I'm going to try and sell the jacket. So if any of you, maybe medium, there's no chance they fit around your muscles, absolutely not. If you want to get a jacket, come and see me afterwards because the car is in the car park. I've been Phillip Reiss. You've been chatty.
Hey!